Hello everyone, and welcome back to Everyday Husband Quotes, the channel for marriage advice, marriage entertainment, and everything else marriage. Hey guys, and welcome back to the channel. So today let's talk about Melody and Destiny's friendship and this so-called friend that stopped Destiny's bag on Love and Marriage Huntsville episode 5. The episode called Coins to Make, Not Friends to Fake. And then Melody reveals an interesting revelation, honey, that she helped or gave Destiny thousands of dollars. Take a listen.
I think to a part of me knowing, and I'll talk about this when God say go, when I need to, but I think to a part of me knowing how great of a friend I have been, and people rather are choosing to run with a narrative as if I'm not a good friend when they know I've had their back. Even after the reunion, when they were questionable and I still was going to try to just still push it to the back, move forward, I still had your back. You know, that, now let me tell you, just because I ain't over here crying and looking sad, I can make myself look sad if y'all want me to make myself look sad. I can do that. I can come on a live and look real sad for y'all. But I'm not about to do it because that's not where I am. So I'm not going to fake it for y'all. I'm sorry. But I can make myself look really sad and really hurt if I wanted to. I'm not about to fake it because I pick up and I move on and keep going. But knowing the kind of friend that I have been and the ways that I've come through, even financially, and I've come through, I don't know about y'all, but you don't have a lot of friends out here who will just give you thousands of dollars at a time because they know you're in need, because they understand your situation. And that's why this narrative of me lacking empathy or sympathy and all of this different stuff, it's like, really? Like, you know what's up. Like, stop. Don't do that. Don't do that. Because that's the kind of friend I am. And that's what I've done. And I got the receipts for that too when I'm ready to drop them. Like, don't do that. We know, you know the kind of friend I've been. I think that was another thing too. You know, when we were all together, just like, don't sit here and let somebody act like I'm such a bad friend when you know that's not true. When you know that. You know what I'm saying? When you know that. Your PayPal proves that. I'm a very good friend. I'm going to have your back. Yep. So, not going to do it. It seems like everybody's trying to take you. Someone taking that look like the bad guy this season. Ciao. No words on that. No words. No words. For those of y'all who's smart enough and read through all the bull crap, good. Good. Great. I'm gonna keep it 100. Like, as I say, when I'm friends with people, I do a lot of the pouring into. I do. Mel, don't discuss what you did for your friend. It's not that you've never heard me even speak on it. So it's not that I'm trying to discuss what I did for a friend, because you've never heard me speak on it until someone is trying to, and that's just the facts. It's not that, I want to discuss it. I'm giving the facts. The facts is, don't act like I've not been a good friend. Don't do that. You know, don't do that. You shouldn't do that. You shouldn't do that. Like, always keep it 100 all the way across the board. Everyone keep it 100 across the board. So, but that's the thing. People don't like when people start coming with facts. Then y'all turn it around and make it be like, see, that ain't what you should do. That ain't what you should do. Stop. When people come with facts, because they want to keep the narrative in their minds that they've made up in their minds to feel a certain way about people or feel a certain way about a situation. I'm going to lay the facts out and only the truth. That's what I'm going to do. I don't care what it seems like. Tell me that something's not from the heart when I discuss it prior to it being a reason that I'm discussing it. Then it's not from the heart. But if I'm having to defend or really show you another side of something, I'm going to pull out everything that shows another side of it. For example, I'm also that friend who will randomly send flowers to you because you're having a bad day. But y'all don't hear about that, do y'all? Y'all don't hear about that. And I'm not talking about this past Valentine's Day. I'm talking about before that. I'm that friend. But I'm such a bad friend. That's what I'm saying. But when I start giving y'all facts, I tell y'all sometimes people want to, whichever way they can make it negative for male that makes them feel better, then let that make you feel better. But I'm going to lay the facts down when they need to be laid down. You've never heard me talk about this stuff. Because it wasn't, it wasn't necessary. However, I'm going to tell the truth. If people want to paint a different picture, I can tell the truth. Not to go back and forth, because I'm probably never going to talk about it again. But I'm just being honest. People don't like the truth. Facts. You say, don't say something you did for a friend. Well, don't let a friend who helps you or do something for you, don't dog them out or talk about them or try to make them seem like they ain't a good friend. How about that? Like, can we start from the root of it? The root piece? Like, what made this response happen, or what made this happen where this person is saying this? Let's get to the root. When you have a good friend in your life, treat them as such. Can we start there? Don't try to make it seem like they're not, or they weren't. Don't do that. That's the root. I hate how people always, it's just like when things happen and people get mad at the reactor versus, the root or the cause of the reaction. Start over on that. Like, why are you not saying, dang, why have somebody, somebody who's your friend looking out for you? Why would you do this to them? Why would you lie? Why would you say this? Why would you say that? Why we ain't saying that? Instead, y'all saying, don't say what you did for a friend. Child, that's why I do what I want to do, how I want to do it, when I want to do it. Because a lot of times people, y'all be so fickle and so wishy-washy and be so sometimes hypocritical with your thought process. That's why I do what I want to do. What makes me feel good. Because baby, the thought process sometimes be off. People start fires and get mad when they get burned. Perfect phrase. Destiny posting receipts. So somebody DM'd me. I saw, from the reunion. I apologize for what I apologized for. Correct. I wasn't as available. And I'll say it till the lights go down. I wasn't as available. But we're not going to act like you weren't hearing from me. And I said it, and it is what it is. We're not going to act like I didn't invite you to brunch. I got the text. Hey, you want to go to brunch? After filming was over in August. So I still apologized for not being as available. I do still, because I do pull back and get my energy back. Got to get my energy on point. So I apologize for that. But at the same time, the facts are I was contacting you. Period. I even texted one of the producers right after the reunion and said, look, we need to talk because this is the stuff I'm talking about. I'm tired of people just lying. Look at these messages. We need to talk because I'm tired of people just lying. Text one of the EPs. Sure did. Right after. And I said I stand on what I said. I apologize because I wasn't as available. And I pulled back, but I pulled back from everyone and everything because filming always does so much. And If you've never filmed a reality TV show, you might wouldn't get it, but trust me, it's a lot. On top of kids, businesses, and all of that, it's a lot. So I pull back after filming is over. But we're not going to act like I disappeared. But I will apologize. Because you know what? I could have told you that I was going to pull back some. So I apologized for that on the stage. And I stand on it, and I meant the apology. But we aren't going to act like I had disappeared and you didn't ever hear from me since filming. Now, that ain't what we about to do. Keep it 100. I said, period. Y'all know what, y'all heard what the apology was for. My apology was for pulling back and not letting you know that that's what I do when I'm done filming. But we're not going to say I disappeared, because that's not true. You just did not hear from me anymore after we wrapped. Talking, we not finna play on some madness and be on some but I didn't hear your voice. We were communicating back and forth via text. Meaning, I wrote you, you wrote me back. We're communicating. So I don't know why. I don't know what it is. I don't know why people want me to be made out to be such a bad person. Especially, when the facts are the facts. I don't know what it is. Maybe that's what comes with the territory. But 6 weeks, and now we don't know where the friendship lies or where our friendship stands, because we haven't hung out in only 6 weeks. I have people right now that I'm close with I haven't seen in months, but we'll get together or pick up the phone and talk like we haven't missed a beat. Those are the kind of friendships I'm used to, because I know we all have lives, we're all busy, we all have things we're doing. We don't get offended. We don't start thinking. Matter of fact, I need to text Stormi back. Me and Stormi ain't even talking about a week. And nowhere in my mind am I thinking, oh, something must be wrong. We must not be friends anymore. No. We're busy. But when we do pick up that phone, we're going to be right back on some, girl, what you doing? What you been doing with your crazy self? That's what we're going to end up doing. And catch up. And that's what always happens with us. Sometimes we go a week or two, and then we catch up. But none of us, we're not sitting over here wondering or thinking something's wrong with our friendship. No.
So we're going back to this friend that supposedly stopped Destiny's bag. I do want to say this. I don't believe anyone can stop your blessings from happening. There's no heaven or hell someone can put you in. Destiny really needs to be glad that things turned out the way that they did, honey, because maybe it was a blessing in disguise. But honey, let's move on and talk about this so-called friend that supposedly stopped Destiny's bag. And this friend is Melody's friend, and her name is Dr. Dereka Hartwell. Now, this is Melody's good friend, honey. This ain't just no friend off the street or somebody that she met on the show, but this is her good friend. Dr. Dereka Hartwell is a 7-figure business coach and author, a philanthropist, and a community activist. So you can say that Miss Dereka Hartwell has it going on. Just like Stormi, who is a friend to the show as of right now, honey, she got it going on. So like I said before, Dr. Dereka Hartwell is the friend who supposedly stopped Destiny's bag. And she updates us on this whole situation from Saturday night's episode on her IG and says this. She says, let's be clear. I was never manipulated by anyone to stop doing business. My loyalty to my friends and my business mind ceased the endeavor from continuing. I'm not some puppy that can be commanded and controlled. My sis and Melody as Holt was there for me when someone who was once close to me tried the exact same thing and it was hurtful to me. What would I look like turning around and doing the same hurtful thing to my friend? I don't expect for everyone to understand because everyone isn't loyal. Additionally, I knew that when this aired that no one would focus on the business side and everyone would only focus on the drama. So I decided to separate. What we were doing was too much work for it to be overshadowed by what you're seeing now. Lastly, I only decided to come forward and say something because my sis is being attacked for something I asked her about, and my character was challenged as if I don't have a mind of my own. I don't do the mean girl thing, and I don't do the shady stuff. I do truth, and that's my truth. Now let me get back to my family.
Oh shoot, look at my girl Dereka. Now ain't this funny?
Hey sis. What's up, beautiful?
What you doing, girl? Happy Easter Sunday.
Happy Easter Sunday. Happy Resurrection Sunday to you too, gorgeous.
Damn. Oh my gosh,
How are you? Girl, I was listening to you. You know, I had to catch last night's episode. I was like, okay, my sis finna go on here. Let me get in here. You know how friends do. We come in, we support. So I was like, let me get in this live and get some hearts and all this. And you caught me.
I've been putting people on blast today. They've been coming to watch the live. I've been asked to join.
I'm here for it.
You just watched the episode.
Yeah, I finally caught it last night. I had so much other stuff going on. We preparing for my husband's birthday, so I finally caught the episode. I was like, oh my gosh, okay.
Yeah, so it's interesting, but let me say this. If you guys know Dereka, I do business lives here and there where I do kind of like segments where we have different people who come on. Dereka has an amazing credit repair company, business strategist. She does all of that. So Beautify Credit is her business.
Thank you.
You know, it's the truth, too.
I make millionaires, baby. I make millions and millionaires all day.
She's been on my Instagram many a time. She and I have been friends for several years now.
Yes. Oh God.
Right. It's funny though. She's been at my Mimosas with Melody event as a so somebody said y'all are beautiful. Thank you.
Oh, thank you.
So if you have been paying attention, she comes on here and then we drop all kinds of great information, great nuggets, all of that stuff. But it's funny that you on here because if you watch,
because I've seen it. I've seen it. I was like, oh, so we just gonna say my name without saying my name. So,
yeah. So this one,
let me, girl.
Dr. In the course of our history, of our and business ship, have I ever asked you to or encouraged you to not do business with anybody? Because
Never. So let me say this. I want to clear something up. A couple of things. You've always been a good friend to me. Like, let's just put that out there because we both have gone through different things in business and personal lives. And I've always been able to have that conversation with you. We are mommies of multiple. We have so much going on. We don't have time for that back and forth high school, whatever, right? So me having that type of relationship with you, I can always trust that you're going to tell me like it is, like you always do. You're going to tell me exactly what it is. But in this particular situation, it was like you told me like it was, but you didn't want to give a whole bunch of mess. You didn't want to really be like, don't fool with her because such and such and such and such. But you also was protective of me as your friend to say, okay, listen, here's what's going on. Because I asked you. That's it. It's not like you caught me with no gossip. It's not like you was like, girl, sis, let me tell you, I asked you because I'm in all the different groups.
Wait, you asked me more than once. I don't know if you remember, but
yes. I asked you like 4 times.
You called me, I ain't answer because I knew it was you asking me, hey, what's going on? Then you text me again, like it took you reaching out multiple times and you being my friend. I'm like, I just can't keep ignoring her and I'm not gonna lie. So let me go ahead and answer the phone and let her know what's going on. Just the surface though. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly. Yeah. It didn't go deep and I didn't realize how deep everything was until like I watched. You know what I'm saying? Because you and I, we didn't have that type of conversation where it was really in depth. We end up talking about business and you doing the script and what I got going on in my business. Like we end up talking about so much other stuff.
My movie, remember?
Yes. Yep. I remember. So I was like, okay, well, I just want to check because I'm doing business with this person and I didn't go in depth into, you know, what type of business, but we're launching this project. We got this stuff going on. And I want to make sure, one, I'm not looking crazy because this is my friend. And if I'm getting these notifications, you know what I'm saying? So it was me wanting to protect me. It was also me wanting to protect my brand. I didn't want anything that we were doing to also be overshadowed by anything. And this is also my loyalty to my friend. And you know, because you and I have had conversations, somebody just did this to me personally. And I let that be known. I was like, listen, somebody just, you know, reached out to my people, was doing this, was doing that, because they knew how it was going to affect me. They knew how it was going to make me feel. And I was like, no, baby, I'm not going to turn around and do to my friend what somebody did to me, because I remember how that made me feel. So I didn't like that. Like, I didn't like that. So it wasn't like a come up for me. It was just an opportunity to assist someone that was connected to my friend. A friend of yours is a friend of mine, you know? So I didn't take it any old type of way. And let me say this, the only reason I agreed to hop in now was to defend my friend. This still ain't got nothing to do with me or my business, because I appreciated being kept quiet. But y'all not gonna tell me my friend is not a good friend. Y'all not gonna tell me my friend is keeping up mess and keeping up drama and keeping up all this other kind of stuff, when I had to pull it out of my friend what was going on, so I wouldn't display myself a certain way, you know, as well. So my loyalty is, of course, to my friend, but I didn't like the way that it was portrayed. Like, sorry, it's raining here. But I didn't like the way that it was portrayed anyway, because my friend, like, was going through XYZ. Like, why not tell me?
You didn't even know because I hadn't shared it with you. That's the thing. Like, at the end of the day, it's you multiple times asking me, hey, are y'all good? I'm seeing a lot of stuff going on the internet, on YouTube, on these different groups. What's going on? It took writing me multiple times, then calling me multiple times, and finally, guess what? I was like, let me just kind of give her the piece of it. But I just hate that it's on some, because I don't work like that. You know what I'm saying? I bring people to my platform to lift and encourage and give free information all the time to women.
Absolutely.
I'm not on some, don't do business with her. Don't do business with her. That ain't even how I roll. I don't be clear. I don't care who people do business with. I don't care who people do business with. Honestly. So
absolutely.
I'm glad you came through, girl, and I hope y'all.
Yes, girl. You know, I was in here supporting my girl, Mel. You already know. I show up at everything. I'm here for you 110%, but I don't like, I came in here to be in the comments, I ain't gonna lie, for anybody that was coming in here, okay? Because this village, do you hear me? We strong over here. I'm playing the game. So I'm in the comments. I'm here to support, but I'm looking like, what she say? What was So I really, really, really appreciate you sharing your platform with me all the way, you know, before this point as well. Anyway, being able to assist. Let me say this, because I see folks in the comments too. Let me say this really quick. When you sow a seed into somebody's life, when you are doing something for someone, the Bible talks about, you know, not casting your pearls into the swine. I did a whole video about that, and making sure that you are sowing into good ground. So it's imperative that if I'm going to sow into something, I want to make sure that I'm sowing into good ground, because the swine, and I'm not calling anybody out of their name. Let me make sure, like, this is a straight up biblical reference. I'm not doing no mean girl shit. But the swine doesn't understand the value of your pearls, and your pearls isn't necessarily your money. It's your time, it's your energy, it's your efforts, it's everything that is of value to you. So when the Bible says don't cast your pearls into the swine, like, you have to be knowledgeable and aware of what you're doing and when you're doing those particular things. So when I saw that this isn't something that I truly wanted to be a part of, when I saw that I felt that this was an attack against my friend, when I saw all those particular things, I was like, I'm not here for it. So I checked out without anyone telling me that I had to check out. Okay, so that is extremely important, that one, I cannot be manipulated, okay, by anybody. I didn't come this far being worth $30 million, being manipulated by somebody. Okay. So for me, it was more so about being able to assist and love on and all of that. But I'm not going to sow seeds into background or what I perceive to be background.
So it sounds like Melody was the middle person between Dr. Dereka Hartwell and Destiny. The only reason Dr. Dereka Hartwell was doing business with Destiny from the beginning was because of Melody's friendship with Destiny. The business deal between Destiny and Dr. Dereka Hartwell ended because Dr. Dereka Hartwell dissolved it. She moved herself out of the way because of the drama she was seeing on social media about Melody and Destiny. And I'm going to say this one last thing and then I'm going to wrap up this video. Destiny right now has just a small storyline. The season she opened up to Melody about going through a divorce with her ex-husband LB would have been her moment to stand in her truth. But because she hid this storyline from Melody, it sounds like she hid it from Carlos King and the other producers. Us as fans did not get a chance to support Destiny on that. And the only way now that we can support her is based on what her storyline is right now, which her storyline is based on a lot of her and Melody's friendship. And I believe this, and this is just my opinion, with Melody being one of the producers and having a say on how the show was ran, that she may have spoken up for Destiny at one point in time so that Destiny can be kept on the show, because she knew that Destiny was having a tough time after her divorce from ex-husband LB. And I don't know if y'all remember, but in like one of the promo photos before this season aired, and I'm gonna try to insert the picture here, Destiny was not included in that picture. And I posted this picture in my YouTube feed to say, where is Destiny? But I guess the show is still considering Destiny to be a main castmate, because we do see her in the intro of the show where they show all of the regular castmates. But honey, y'all know from these reality TV shows, you can be a main castmate for one day and you can be a friend to the show in the same breath. And the truth is, I honestly believe that Carlos King is really going to have to make an executive decision if Destiny continues on another season on the show. Shoot, Destiny better go get her some new friends like Melody doing. Y'all see Melody got Tiffany and Stormi as her new friends on the show. But leave your thoughts in the comment section of this video. I look forward to reading your comments. At the end of the day, knowing what you know now, would you have dissolved your business dealings with Destiny just like Dr. Dereka Hartwell did? As always, thank you guys for watching. I really appreciate it. And I will talk to you guys in the next video.